A pant.
What do they call a pair of pants? Why don't they just call it a pan? Like it's just a pan. Pants.
I don't know.
So that implies that
Maybe this is a real topic for you.
the pant is just a singular leg and you get two for. Never mind. Am I in the center or like side?
बिल्कुल सेंटर में नहीं आना ना हाँ जैसे
Yeah.
Can you check the Osmo if the mic is working? There's a bar at the top. Okay. All right.
Ready? All right. So this is the crying Oxford shirt. So I think when we started doing this product, we Googled our way through, and we were like, okay, what are the key characteristics of an Oxford shirt? So the first one is a basket weave. So a basket weave is a particular type of weave that's used on cotton, blah blah blah, whatever. What is quite close to, but not exactly the same as a basket weave, is actually a canvas weave as well. So we opted to go for a 200 GSM canvas. So the one we use on pants is like 300 to 360, depends on the batch, because each batch has a little bit of variance. Anyway, so we went for a 200 here. Now, so basket weave was one key factor. So Oxford, fucking close enough. Canvas, close enough. Then the next thing is the buttons that you're meant to, have here for the collar to be able to be held down. So apparently, like historically, this originates from this concept where polo players they would pin their collars down with like a pin, so that their collar didn't start slapping their face while they were.
Open Gangnam Style.
so, so that's where it came from, and then eventually they just started doing it button. So a key factor apart from basket weave is this factor of this, fucking button to get the collar down. Now, the joke that we sort of looked at it from was, sure, there's a button, but how many, right? So what we did is we just did like this random abstract sort of trail. So the trail is made from a twill tape, like a twill herringbone tape, and the buttons are attached to the herringbone just to give it like extra strength, more so that when you're pulling on these buttons over time. So it started looking like the buttons are crying, so hence the name Crying Oxford. Apart from that, also, so obviously on this placket over here, you have a buttonhole for, the button. But what we did is we also added a buttonhole underneath every button. So basically both plackets as a result end up having a button. And what that allows you to start doing now is regardless of which side you're using, you can start sort of customizing the shirt's drape a little bit. Because even if this is the button side with the buttons and not a buttonhole typically, since we've added the buttonhole, now I can do this, and I can start altering the drape of the shirt. So the joke, what started as a joke of just adding in a lot of extra buttons, then we wanted to give it some purpose, not just arbitrary fucking buttons. So we added this extra buttonhole on both sides, and it allows you to adjust the drape. Now, another joke. So if the collar is not meant to flap around, there's another way you can do that. So what we did is we inserted a metal wire all the way through the collar. You can actually remove the metal wire and just make it a normal collar, which I think most of our customers who bought the shirt have done, hopefully, I imagine. The shirt is done quite well. I think it's done better than the forearm shirt, which makes it the best-selling shirt in the collection. So I imagine they would have fucking taken it out. I don't know, if you ruined the shirt, you can say in the comments or something, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so the joke there was that, it's meant to stop it from flapping around. Metal also does that.
It stays up.
The end. You know what else is up? Not my bank account.